The Bearfoot Bistro, 2,100 labels, 20,000 bottles. Truly a golden showing, soon to be sabered by a golden girl. Find out who today on The Express. On today's show.
Celebrating my Olympic gold medal.
It's not often a Whisterite gets a day named after her. Then music hockey fans can get into.
We like to really bring the thunder.
And shaking up safety preparation.
This one is a purchased one, so you really want to know what's inside so you can feel good about what you're going to have in your kit.
Today on The Express. Welcome to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald. And today we've stepped into the infamous wine cellar here at the Bearfoot Bistro. Guests don't just pop their champagne, they saber it here. We're going to learn how in just a moment. But first, we are in the throes of hockey season. The Vancouver Canucks are #1. Something definitely worth singing about.
I'm a huge hockey fan. Myself, I have a Maple Leaf over my heart. I'm a Leafs fan.
I was there during the dynasty, so for me the Edmonton Oilers have been my true love.
But the Edmonton Oilers aren't playing tonight. Neither are the Toronto Maple Leafs. So by default, these members of the Brother Twang band are rallying their beer clinking around the Vancouver Canucks. Finding common ground is at the heart of this Whistler band, both in hockey and music.
We do play a wide range of music. We can't pigeonhole ourselves by playing one certain type of genre.
Brother Twang rehearses a crowd favorite called Hockey Cards in preparation for the new album launch at Tapley's pub. A collaborative process, heavy rocker George Skupas wrote the lyrics, while folk singer Jason Romany filled in the melody.
I think it needed his folk touch to it to bring it out to what it was, because it's not really a stomping Tom Connor song, but it couldn't have been a metal song, and it had to be somewhere in between.
This thing of ours is a melting pot of passions. All band members have day jobs, so making music is about personal fulfillment. Everything from folk, jazz, and bluegrass to country and heavy metal comes together under the banner of hard rock.
If we just played folky stuff, I probably wouldn't be in the band. If we just played metal, Jay wouldn't be interested.
Neither would audiences. This eclectic brotherhood that began as a cover band is growing its fan base, starting with the Pemberton Music Festival and the World Ski and Snowboard Festival, and later the 2010 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games.
The Olympics brought the whole world to us. You can't ask for that kind of exposure. Otherwise, it was a 2-week party that I wish never really ended.
And now Brother Twang is bringing that party to Tapley's, both with their album launch and regular sets.
We just try to bring a lot of intensity, and that's kind of what sums up Brother Twang for me is live performances. We like to really bring the thunder.
If you missed out on the Brother Twang CD release party on Friday, March 4th at Tapley's, don't worry, you can check out their new music online. Looking for a more sophisticated evening? Executive Chef Melissa Craig hosts a daily 5-course tasting menu paired beautifully with live piano from Cameron Chu. Next, meet the 4th Musketeer. Reporter Kendall Harris gets into some good old-fashioned swordplay.
Lunch! Lunch! Lunch!
Stepping onto the mat at Blood and Iron Martial Arts School is like stepping back in time.
So guard and guard. If my guard is here, I'm not defended. If my guard is up here, I'm defended. We're a school of historical European swordsmanship. And so what we primarily specialize in is teaching the arts of Europe in the Renaissance and medieval arts that they had documented at times. Cut! 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 When people come here, they're studying everything from historical dagger, long sword, rapier, side sword, messer, slash-dussac, spear, all these great weapons you would find in museums around the world.
Lee co-owns Blood and Iron with his fiancée, Nicole.
Everybody adapts to their own fight style eventually. You can teach somebody the basics, and then they sort of have to adapt it to themselves, and sort of watching a fighter develop. And you know, when they actually start sparring with you and coming up with that great move, oh wow, you got me, it was awesome. And you know, being able to see that you've been able to teach them that and give them something.
They get on the mat and they start working. And by the time it's 2 hours is gone, they're relaxed and they're into it, they're smiling, they leave smiling, they're thanking you. It's a very enriching experience.
It's enriching for the students as well.
As he makes his thrust, I'm in.
There's nothing else like this in the entire world. You grow up as a kid watching movies, reading books, seeing photos, seeing pictures, and you look at that and you wonder, that's amazing, I want to know what that's like.
You're right here and you're not thinking about, you know, what happened at work today or what you're going to do tomorrow or, you know, that thing somebody said. It's just you're just focused in the moment and you're right here and it's all that matters.
From here, I extend my blade out with step and make a thrust to the armpit.
Lee travels regularly to international sword fighting competitions and has amassed quite a collection of gear.
There is really nothing like a quality sword. When you pick up something that's just an absolute piece of beauty and craftsmanship, you can see the quality of the steel, the weight, the feel, and you can see how much someone's put into it. The craftsmanship is what I love the most.
He also loves working and sparring with Nicole.
There is a competition. Lee and I are very competitive people, so you know we'll you know trade back and forth, and even you know we'll be playing around. I don't let him get away with anything, and he doesn't let me get away with anything. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And this kind of practice may be a good idea, as there will be sword fighting at their upcoming wedding. In New Westminster, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty nice.
Swordplay is also a regular sight here at the Bearfoot Bistro. The province declared February 23rd Ashleigh McIvor Day. So the gold medal Olympian decided to celebrate here at the Bearfoot by sabering the largest bottle of champagne I've ever seen.
All right, ready? Yeah! Champagne sabering is a tradition that's been started many hundreds of years ago with the officers of Napoleon, and we saber champagne to mark special moments in our life or special achievements. So, of course, today,
we'd like to say it's good to be us, but especially around you.
Celebrating my Olympic gold medal from 2010 games in ski cross. I woke up this morning and I went, wow, this is going to be a way easier day than last year at this time. Like it was so emotional and it was like so consuming and so nerve-wracking. Days like this are definitely a little more cruisy.
A home girl that went out, we're very, very proud. And the whole team of the Bearfoot were very excited that she won. We invited every single gold medalist Olympians during the Olympics to come and saber. We felt I wanted to give something back to the Olympians.
You keep some pretty nice company. Who do we have here?
Well, we've got Kaylee and Helen, which won the doubles for bobsled last year and gold medalists. So they were one of those athletes that came and collected their prize, and they were kind enough to actually send me a picture that they had.
I've been so busy. It's been a lot of fun. I've done, yeah, like some speaking in schools for Act Now BC and some fashion shows for fundraisers. And I actually have one coming up on March 2nd. It's called Gala Glam Give. It's a fundraiser for ovarian cancer research, and I just found out my surgery on my blown ACL is going to be the day before. So that's going to be a tricky one. I'll probably have a few weeks where I can't really do much, and then I'll be on my bike pretty quickly, hopefully, and I'll be good to go for next ski season for sure in the fall.
Along with Ashleigh, 17 other athletes are being recognized by the province with their own special day, including gold medalists Maëlle Ricker and Lindsay Deboo, both from the Sea to Sky. Blue Jacket volunteers are also getting their own special day on March 21st. And here's something else to remember.
I can feel an earthquake. We gotta
Still to come, drop and cover. Learn the ABCs of earthquake preparedness. And plunge into a Canadian pastime.
Up here in Whistler, there's opportunity in 3 out of the 5 lakes that we have that you can actually come out and catch a fish for dinner.
I'm an artist. My best friend is an amazing photographer. Our other buddy's an awesome athlete. All of our dreams are coming true because the Legion believes in and supports the talents of youth in our community, like us, like you.
Why not add your voice to the community? Become part of the Legion, to where belonging matters.
Welcome back to the Bearfoot Bistro in Whistler. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and you're watching The Express. The Boy Scouts motto is to always be prepared. It's something we could all learn from, especially when getting ready for the big one. Reporter Emily Cordonier shakes out tips for earthquake preparedness.
Living here in BC, we're always at risk of an earthquake. And as the emergency program manager for the district of Squamish, Jim Lang is trying to make sure residents of the Sea to Sky are ready for when the big one hits.
The Cascadia fault is generally, it goes as a great quake. It doesn't have a small quake and a small quake and just keep relieving the stress. It generally goes in a 300 to 500 year cycle. And a great quake is somewhere near a 9 magnitude earthquake. The last time it went was 1700, and so we're 311 years into that time frame. So whether it's going to happen tomorrow or another 50, 60 years from now, we don't really know that.
Squamish is built on fine silt, and a quake of that magnitude would not only topple buildings, it could mean liquefaction and serious flooding.
We've got 3 major rivers, and the Squamish enters in up there, and the Checkums River comes in there. And the third one is the Mamquam. So there's 3 major rivers that converge right here in the Squamish residential area. And so we really have built on a floodplain.
So what can you and your family do to prepare? Well, start by learning what to do when the shaking starts.
That's an earthquake. I can feel an earthquake. We gotta get down. Drop, cover, and hold. Get under. Get under right now.
Drop and cover. Get under a desk or table and then hold on to something. You don't want the table to shake away from you. Count to 60.
57, 58,
Looks
59.
like it's all stopped.
After 1 minute, the shaking should stop. Make sure the coast is clear and get out of your house. You also want to buy or make your own emergency preparedness kit.
This one is a purchased one, so you really want to know what's inside so you can feel good about what you're going to have in your kit. In this bag here, we've got several small bags of purified water. In there we've got some rope.
You'll want to have a flashlight or light sticks and matches. And a wind-up or solar radio is very important. With it, you can hear emergency community announcements, and of course, don't forget some food.
You're in the middle of the aftermath of an earthquake. The stress levels are up. You really want to think about having the kind of food in there that makes you feel comfortable and still will give you nourishment.
Your kit should also include toilet paper, or as Jim calls it, white gold.
I could trade that roll of paper for just about anything I need to feed my family with.
Duct tape, a wrench, crowbar, small shovel, and tarp are all important in an emergency.
So it's pretty basic, but these are the kinds of things that you really should have in your kit, whether it's in your vehicle, at work, or at home.
The Squamish Emergency Program is ready to help when a quake hits, but you can help yourself by knowing the risks and making a plan.
We're good to go.
Emily Cordonier in Squamish for The Express.
Create your own game plan. Visit shakeoutbc.ca and click on resources.